All right.
Yeah, we're still on chapter 13. Pretty much. That's what I was gathering last night. Chuck, do you know where we left off? I'm trying to grab my notes here. I'll find them.
I'm not real sure because I'm reading this off the Kindle, so I don't really have a bookmark on it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to wait for Sean to come back. It looks to me, I'm looking in Pat's book here. It looks to me like we got through the first 2 pages.
He said we got through the first 2 pages.
Yeah, because we are at step 1, writing the email.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We're not even that far.
No, we're on the score and in the hyper column 8 AH and column AI.
Because we haven't even gone up to if you have an existing list.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to walk to my car here and grab my...
So if you got the print book, page 77, we have not covered, I don't think.
I think, do we agree that the formula is something we'd probably benefit by working out more so than kind of reading over? As far, I'm just the type of, I'm not saying that's what we should do right now, but I'm just the type of person that kind of gets a little bit more benefit on doing something.
Yeah, I
think we should start out where if it says if you do not have a list.
I think that's a good place.
Yeah, Sean, I was just telling Chuck and those guys, not even just as a marketer, but just as a person online, every action that you do should be trying to build your list.
Yeah,
even if
that's one of the end results. But you're going to still, no matter what you're going to do, I say that is 100% true. But just like every action that you should do should be towards, building your health. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's not exactly what people are going to do, though. You know what I mean? So you're going to come across more times than not. If you're doing it as an agency or you're helping a friend or just starting out a new business, you're not going to have a list.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but you're absolutely right. That should be one of your defining metrics on any part of the funnel is building a list, and not just an email. Not just I always look. You want to build an email list, and is the macro, and then a retargeting list is the micro. So even if you fail to actually capture their email address, if you get them on an actual page that you own that you can retarget them to, you can still serve ads to a specific niche and to the part of the funnel because they moved through it by touching certain pages and then not hitting other pages inside your funnel.
Yep, I agree with you. One thing that kind of struck me last night is that I know you had said yesterday that we all know who our audience is, but and I went with that mindset of what you were saying, but also what he says is that you should know your audience to the point where you should know what book is on their nightstand while they're going to bed at night.
Right.
And when I heard that, I was just like, okay, this guy is saying not just knowing who your audience is, he really wants you to go deep. Like the only thing that he doesn't want to know is that maybe he doesn't want to know your kids' names that you have.
I'd like to know their kids' names too. I want it all, baby. I want it all. Because think about it. These are the people that provide your livelihood. Why would you not want to know everything about them?
Yeah. That's the quote of the day right there.
Right. We're getting granular, obviously. We're not going to be getting that granular, but you want to know every single possible thing that you can.
Yeah. Well, another thing he says too is that you want the audience to be feeling like, man, I feel like this guy freaking really knows me.
Right.
Like they're shaking their head on the other side, like, exactly.
Right.
And I could see how when you make that connection, that they're ready to pull their credit card out and buy anything you have because they feel like you can solve it.
Because they feel like they're talking, you're talking just to them, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just like, wow, this guy knows me. This is, there's such a, it's so scary buying anything online anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you automatically, if it's not so like from a brand you trust, and even with Amazon, which is a brand I trust, there's still there's a little bit of gray area. Well, is this product, is it going to work? If I do get it, if it doesn't work, how hard, am I going to be able to return it? I mean, there's just so much that goes into that. Now you take that and you multiply that towards, you just land on a page of Joe Schmo you've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And it just becomes 10 times harder. So, I mean, you really do got to finesse them.
Yeah. Well, it's like before you came on, Chuck and Pat, they were like the birthday people. Like even when when someone has a birthday, Chuck would just wake up that morning and give that person a call or something like that. But all that was just a personal relationship right there because you took the time out of your busy day to do something like that. So that's another example of you getting to know your audience.
Yeah, that is one thing I think the car industry actually does do right if the store does it right. It's kind of something similar to what you're talking about with Chuck and Pat, as I am a huge life event follow-up person. I think birthdays, if you have the anniversary on record, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's something you can really automate. I mean, you can automate it to a certain point, but I think like a handwritten card or a phone call is best on something like that. Yeah, that is incredibly powerful. Yeah, I mean, that is.
Yeah, because nobody else does it.
No, because it takes time. It takes work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And most people, I think, you get that, and that's planning for longevity because that person might not buy a car or buy a house for the next 3 years, but you're staying fresh in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they associate you with being extra nice.
Right, and I mean, because it's like a conditional. It's it's a mental. It's like a mental conditional programming almost in a way.
Yeah, because in the automotive, you got the same problem we do, where there's a lot of choices for people, and they're going to choose the person that they like the best.
Well, that I mean,
so you better be likable.
Right. And then you get that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just becomes to a point. 2 years that you give them getting cards and calls and stuff from you. They associate you with their realtor or their car experience. So like if they're at it, also they works really good with referrals because if they're at a party and the first thing they say, someone asks something about her, do you know a realtor? The first person that's going to pop in their mind is the person that's sending them the anniversary cards, birthday cards, and stuff like that. It does plan for longevity. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, well, I'm really getting more into billboards and URLs.
Billboards and URLs?
As far as traffic instead of running ads.
Yeah. Well, an example of that is like what's going on with my house now is that, a guy came in and he did commercials and everything. And Shana was like, oh, yeah, this guy is pretty popular. And then, we had a relationship with Dana. So Dana literally came in and she's selling the home now. But it's so funny, that same guy, he was the one that brought the client. So
really?
Yeah, like right now, the person that's going to buy the house, he brought the client, but Dana is the one that basically has us as a customer. But it's just like, it's the relationship because I know her better, which is probably why she has the listing. But just like what Sean said, if I didn't have the relationship with Dana, he probably would be the guy that would be selling the house.
Sure.
Because he built a relationship because Shana found him because he was always on TV with commercials.
Yeah, and we just naturally want to choose someone we have a relationship with because we know they're going to do a great job because they don't want to harm the relationship.
And that's where the know, like, and trust comes from.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to want to violate that trust because it's so hard to get.
And, here's the thing, and I'm going to keep it 100% real. This is where a lot of brands are struggling with millennials. Because millennials, from all the data and just from personal experience, they have a lot smaller margin of brand loyalty than the conventional trust, because they're just, it truly is a lot more price oriented than instant gratification.
Well, and I think they can smell the BS too, where the companies will act like they care, but they really don't.
Right.
I mean, you have to actually care.
And it's a jaded relationship almost.
I think they're jaded too.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You can compare so much to that. There is a book I really wish we put it on the list by Desmond Morse. That was a guy we talked about that one time. It's about relationships. And this guy, he was actually a zoologist, in animals for years and years and years. This was recommended by Ryan Dice, and he was a zoologist, and it was funny because most of his books he actually written was like The Human Ape, stuff like it was actually on human behavior.
So what's the name of the book?
Intimate Behaviors.
And it's regarding millennials?
But it's regarding human relationships, on how a human relationship is built. There's 12 proven steps on any relationship that's built with human beings. And it doesn't matter how quickly you transcend those steps.
And what was the author's name again?
Desmond Morse.
Morse?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm glad it's not about millennials. I'm so sick of everybody, millennials. And
you know what pisses me off, Chuck, is they keep trying to move the thing on it. They keep trying to move the date on it. I am a millennial. I'm right on the cusp of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I got on something the other day, like, oh, you're not a millennial. Yeah, I was like, yes, I am. Don't you sit here and tell me I'm not. I've been a millennial for the past 10 years. You're not just going to move it now. So,
you identify as a millennial.
I do. I like to think I'm one of the good ones, though.
Well, yeah.
Because I like to get on there like, oh, millennials are lazy and this. And I'm like, I get on there crazy.
No, I don't subscribe to that whole theory that you can generalize based on what time period someone's born in.
Right. I agree.
I think that's way overgeneralizing.
Well, I always think the whole millennial conversation is interesting because always the ones that is the oldest, always is supposedly the one that has it correct. But really, they kind of have a dinosaur model.
Right.
It's just like a modern version of these kids nowadays.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. I mean, but see, here's the thing is, I think it's just one of those situations where oftentimes, you ever seen an argument where technically both people were right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it just never really went anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the huge thing for the car dealerships is like how to get millennials in, make it a better workplace for millennials, pay plans and stuff that will attract them. And then you got all these old school car dogs who are like, oh, this is just dumb and stuff like it. Out of my stores, the number one top salesman of my store every month is a guy named Ken Copeland. And the guy's roughly about 65 years old.
Wow.
Barely knows how to send an email. And he just does it the old school way. You get what I mean? And he consistently outproduces every other, with the tech and stuff like that time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they're like, at the same time, you got these other car guys. They're a lot better at getting people in the door. It's just they're not closing like Ken does. So, there's always value in experience and wisdom. And I think to look at something because it's an older model, just going to immediately dismiss it because it's an older model and might not necessarily be, the latest tech or something like that. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, to not ever change either. So, I mean, it's kind of like I see both sides.
But let me get something, son. That guy, Ken, I guarantee you, with most of his customers, he had pretty much like a personal relationship or something like that. He knows a little bit more. It isn't it doesn't make you just feel like he's just a sales guy. Like he feels like maybe he really, he genuinely likes the people. He's selling the car.
A little bit. Look, a little 50-50. You can definitely tell he's an old school Kurt Russell used car sales guy. I mean, there's no. I mean, you definitely see that on him a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I mean, he's definitely got some. I mean, but I think he does. He has an incredible attention to detail to customers.
Mm-hmm.
They call that a pimp on the streets, man.
Yes, sir. Pimp hand strong. Pimp hand strong. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. His pimp hand is strong.
Stripes you want, but a pimp is a pimp.
Oh my gosh, man!
Have you ever seen Idiocracy, CJ?
Is he there?
All right.
He may be driving.
I need to work better on my night routine because I'm still walking around in circles. Like, where are my damn notes at? So just keep going.
Let me. I'm technically on chapter 13. So, all right. If you do not have an existing list, the question I know some people might have is, what if I don't have an email list? How do I do this? This is something I can completely relate to because I was in the exact same situation when we decided to do the memory improvement market. If you don't already have an existing mailing list, you have two main options. You can borrow one from a friend or pay to rent another one from a business email list, or you can drive cold paid traffic ads to a landing page on your website requesting people to take a deep dive survey. The major benefit to this option is that it gives you a good, true indication of what the market as a whole is struggling with, because obviously a list would just be a very select niche. And that's another thing. If your customer demographic is so far off in the beginning and you already have an existing list and you can literally survey the wrong audience.
Yeah, and I guess let's start there for a second because I remember when I took Sandy Krakowski's class for a while, she talked about one way to build your list was when you're first starting out, you definitely do the targeting that Facebook does as far as your audience that you're looking for, what they're into, what motivational speakers they like or whatever, and you spend $10 a day. And you start building your list immediately. That was just her strategy. She said she's tried $2, $5. She said, but if you really want to get serious, $10 a day, you could start driving traffic into your brand. What do you think about that, Sean?
I think in the very beginning, I think most people would give up on that because in the very beginning, like Facebook and like anything else, Facebook's an algorithm. It takes time to scale an algorithm. Mm-hmm. And in the very beginning, you probably have limited resources, and at $10 a day, first couple of days, really kind of first week, 2 weeks, you're going to be lucky to get 2-3 clicks out of that a day. And then if you don't have a solid opt-in rate on that, I think people give up on that real quick.
Well, and here's another thing she throws in too. Not only the $10 a day, and you should post maybe. Your target should be more than just people in the United States. Maybe it's people in Western countries and like Australia who's into what you have, whatever. But she would say basically you post 6 times a day, all throughout the day, which I think is, well, at first I thought, oh, that's pretty extreme. 6 times a day, $10 a day. But what she's saying is that when you're posting at 9 o'clock, somebody in Australia maybe is just getting up.
I got you on that one. You got to make sure you cover it.
But that was her extreme way to kind of, get out of the gate like the horse in Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Is that $10 a day and post 6 times a day?
My focus right now is I'm trying to figure out how to generate organic traffic and then just use like Facebook for retargeting.
Well, organic traffic is if you go to the fitness niche right now, you would find like the people that I've seen the fitness niche is the Hives Twins, Chris Jones, and some other guys. You would see their titles of their videos, even Elliot Hoos, whatever his name is. They have pretty much the same titles
right
on videos. How to bench press, if Chris Jones see that, man, on how to bench press, this guy received 131,000 views. I'm going to do a video on how to bench press.
Right.
The Hodge twins is going to do a video on how to bench press because they know, and sometimes they would actually do that video 6 months later because they know that it generated 131,000 views. So I'm going to do it again 6 months later, just another version of it. That's the best way I've seen how to, pretty much get on that organic traffic game.
Yeah, that's YouTube. I mean, I agree completely on that. YouTube. I mean, I'm just the YouTube's something is really an untapped resource that I'm trying to dig more into. I'll be very honest. If you want to know the hardest hitting place, but you really got to watch it, is Reddit. You can generate a phenomenal amount of traffic from Reddit. If you get a trend thread, if you get a thread trending in Reddit, you can. I know a dude's getting 200, like 250,000 hits a month off one Reddit link.
Wow.
But it's incredibly hard to get one placed because it's like the Roman Coliseum, the thumbs up, thumbs down type thing. There's no love. They think you're trying to sell something. They'll ban you.
Yeah. Like Chuck and Pat, for instance, what's a good, when I want to say the word, the way Google says it, long tail keyword, which is basically what's a good sentence that people really want to know in the real estate market? I would say, and I would use the Google keyword tool for this. You can go to AdWords, and everybody who has a Gmail account could have access to this. You don't actually have to pay for it. But inside of that, they have a thing called the Google keyword tool. And you can literally see what people are typing and what's high traffic, what's medium traffic, what's, the traffic level of the keyword. But anyways, how to buy your first house. I would think that that's probably a good topic. Mm-hmm. I would actually type that in the Google keyword tool to see what it's doing. If I see like, man, this thing is getting a lot of traffic, that's going to be the title of my video. So like those basic videos, all of that, like how to buy a home in Florida, how to buy a home in St. Pete. What is the current market in St. Pete? All of those are terms that somebody is sitting there on the other side typing in. So I would at least have those videos in my my portfolio of videos, those titles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I would approach the organic game, Sean.
No, I agree. And same with Pinterest. I'm just trying to figure out different sources to optimize for organic.
Even too, I want to say that the video is, the software is BuzzSumo. I think BuzzSumo, I think, is where you can find the top blog articles that were ever, how many times it was shared, those things. If I'm going to do a video, I've learned I would never do a video unless I know the title of my sermon, as you could say if I was a Southern Baptist minister. Meaning like you want to do a video that people are searching for. Because if someone is not on the other end typing it in Google, they're not gonna find you. Unless you maybe have a few subscribers that are sharing your content and stuff like that. But that's the game you should always play. Like CJ, even at your niche, I promise you, there's somebody in your niche who is sitting on the other side typing in, how do you find a videographer? How do you find a photographer? I would have videos with those topics.
I could do a video on like what's Octomom's next move.
There you go.
If that's something that people are searching for, like Octomom is pretty old school unless she did something new lately, whatever. But no, I mean, like, how do you find a videographer in Florida?
Or how to know if they know what they're doing before it's too late.
Right.
That'll be my big fear.
Yeah. But no, I think that's the game. Does anyone, because I'm on the phone right now, does anyone actually is there an example out there of a deep dive survey with more than just one question on Google? Like deep dive survey questions.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that pilot training guy. I guarantee he's read these books because he's doing exactly everything we described.
Could you pull up his page, Chuck, and actually go to the first part of his website? And I wanted to see, does he have like the deep dive survey actually on his website?
Yeah, let me find him here. It might take me a second, so y'all keep talking.
Oh yeah, but because that's where I'm thinking that.
Because I kind of lost interest in him.
Oh, you've lost interest in him.
Well, yeah, because I'm busy doing other stuff than learning how to fly.
Oh, I got you. Because you had said earlier, Chuck. I mean, not Chuck. Sean, about how is he driving traffic? If this is on your website, where your deep dive survey actually starts, shouldn't you just be driving traffic to your website?
Well, I mean, you'd have to be driving to a specific landing page. You just don't want to dump them on the whole page and hope they find the survey.
No, I actually think the deep dive survey, if I'm not mistaken, actually starts on your homepage.
No. I
It does?
don't think that's... I mean, I guess it's possible, but I've never seen a sign. Because think about this. What was the other rule that he said about the survey? Make it ugly.
Yeah. But making it ugly is basically just what I took from that was basically is that don't necessarily worry about the right questions in the beginning.
No,
I don't know.
I literally took him. I literally, like, have you ever seen a Google form?
Yeah.
It's very basic. It's literally just the question. There's no like images. There's no backgrounds.
Nothing. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I took he meant by make it ugly.
I found this guy's page.
Okay. Is there any questions that he's asking it when you first arrive to a site?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there are. So let me share this. All right, I clicked on this. And, share screen. I got to remember how to use this. Okay, so this is his main page, which basically is a squeeze page because you have to click Learn More to get anywhere, unless you're looking for something specific. So you click Learn More, boom. Where are you in your training? So.
So that's.
It's got 3 articles down here in case you just want to read, but you choose one of these, and let's see where that takes us.
See, that right there, could you, if you don't mind, I don't mean to kind of order around here, Jack. Could you go back to that page? Because I thought that was 3 different buckets that he had right there.
Yeah, they are. Well, 4.
So what is that? Private pilot? What is that word? I can't see that word.
Instrument.
And what is the other one?
Commercial pilot.
Yep. All those are buckets.
And then commercial flight instructor. So those are the 4 buckets for him.
All right. So which one did you choose out of those?
I just picked private pilot because that's where I'm at.
All right. So you click that, and then let me see what happened next. So I take it when you click that, now you have some articles on a private pilot. I take it.
Yeah. So how about I just pick one of these at random? Oh, yeah. S turns across a road. Ground reference. Oh, yeah. I want to know more about that. So I clicked it, and my internet's real pokey.
All right. So he's talking about turns across the road. Now that is something that is specific for a private pilot.
Yeah, so here's a little instructional video,
Oh, look at that.
and oh, I'll be darned.
What's that?
Yours.
The book is yours free. Just pay shipping. Click here.
It's the private pilot blueprint.
Yeah, which I actually ordered
Yes, you did.
and have. I haven't read it, but
Well, it doesn't matter.
But now he has your address. When you click the form for free shipping, see what it asks you for. What information does it ask you for?
all right.
Personally?
Hey everyone, it's Jason Schaffer here of M08.com.
So
Yeah.
the checkout.
Auto start video here of him, and he's one of those kind of guys. He just comes across being real likable. So he's everywhere. It's always him.
And he's wearing in his video, he's wearing his T-shirt with his logo.
His brand. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Very important.
100% guaranteed satisfaction.
All right.
So
Now, okay, so
Abdul.
Oh, you're getting the
Yes.
book.
hey, yeah, what that? But I know he's gonna ask you for your address because he needs that in order to send you the book.
Yeah,
But I'm
so
trying to see-
I'll put in my name in an email, so I'm going to click checkout. He's going to need more information, but he's already got my email address. That was clever.
Yep.
So if I stop here,
Oh, you do have your number there, don't you?
well, it auto-filled. But here's the thing. It's, to get to the order page, he's already got my email address.
Mhm.
So if I stop here and don't order it, he's still got my email address.
Yep. And now he's gonna be like, he could probably get a click. So you're still on the fence about buying the book?
Yes, I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. $6, that's a lot
It's
of money.
$12.95.
No, it isn't.
It says down there $12.95 shipping.
Oh, it's gone up. It was like $6.95 when I got it.
Yep.
That's international outside U.S.
That's my international.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's now, if you don't mind, okay, so that was the private pilot. Now click on, could you go back and go to the commercial pilot? I want to see what is this first video.
Hey everyone, it's Jason Schaffer here of M08.com.
Going back. Sorry, this is so slow.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay, private pilot. So this is kind of a clever, you say commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, commercial. Let's just try that one.
All right, commercial pilot. Yeah, that's what I want to be, commercial pilot.
All right, so here are the articles. Let's click on
Uh,
one of the articles.
let's do a power off stall recovery.
Ooh.
Ooh, you gotta love those.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't want to know how to do that?
All right, what's the title of that video?
Power off stalls.
All right.
Pass your check ride or I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see, is he gonna offer you a free book in this one? Click here to learn more.
Yeah, who doesn't want to know more about this?
Mm-hmm.
I want to pass my check ride for free.
Oh,
Pass
read
your
that
check
too,
ride.
what that just says.
Yeah, have you ever heard of such a lucrative guarantee? Would you believe that out of the 1,282 students who've gone through my course over the past 4 years, I've never had to pay for someone's check ride? Why? Because we still, to this day, have a 100% pass rate.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
And
pretty strong.
a check ride is something that a commercial pilot would know what that's about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the last step before getting your license. And that's the part everybody's scared of.
Mm.
So I'm wondering, what is that credit card that he has? I know he has a video there, but what is he trying to get the commercial pilot to buy? Is there a book that he has, or is that a online course?
As an online ground school card-carrying member, you'll be surrounded with other like-minded students and enjoy these special privileges, of which there are many.
Become a member.
Become a member.
Oh,
Oh,
So that's,
a member of Jason Shepard's Ground School Academy.
And that's a page right out of Brunson's book too. They got a ClickFunnels card looks just like that.
I'll be darned.
so they're going, the commercial pilots are going to a paid membership group.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a book to give them. So
No, because they're already beyond that stage.
yeah. All right. So that right there is a perfect example. The private pilots are getting the book sent to their house with the address. The commercial pilot, you say, Chuck, they're already beyond that. So they're going to a actual pay. Oh, here, what is that? $97 a month?
Remember, okay, so you got choices here.
Wow.
Of course, they're recommending the gold level.
$147 a month.
So it's,
And I like how that's like standing out.
yeah, because
That's the recommended.
that's the best value.
Right,
Of course. You got to go with the best value.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So hit join just to see what happens.
Money back guarantee again, no questions asked.
Chuck, do you, I mean, you bought this guy's program. Do you have a dialogue with this guy?
No, but I want to because he is only about an hour's drive from where I live.
I wish, if you could, man, we see if we get this guy to come in and visit us one morning.
Yeah.
We want to drive up and meet him.
Yeah, I want to go meet him in person because I really admire the business he's built.
But this is a functioning, everything that we're applying, that we're learning.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a functioning funnel.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because I just took his little drone pilot course, and I could immediately recognize that he's doing everything we're learning.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it also should give insight if you're scared that you can't do this, whatever business that you're in, think of how it can't be a huge niche of people that want to become pilots.
No, it can't be.
You get what I mean? So I mean that should give hope to anyone, whatever their niche is.
And here's another thing. So he's got 1,282 students that have gone through this.
Mm. And this, when you say this, you're talking about just the commercial side.
Yeah, at $147 a month. And on the average, it probably takes us at least a solid 6 months to do it. That is, holy crap, $11 million.
Are you sure, Chuck?
Or is this 1.3 million?
I can't see the computer at all.
It's, hang on.
It's one.
Well, what's-
It can't be 11.
Oh, it's $1.3 million.
There's no way
Sorry.
it's 11.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
3 million. I figured out the math on his drone class. He's made 1.1 million on that.
And that's if they just stay on for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep. All
Yeah.
right. So
I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get a commercial license, but I'm sure it's at least 6 months.
And I probably would bet that those videos for the commercial pilot are already made.
Oh, everything's made.
Yeah, everything's made. It's all done.
So he woke up this morning. Oh, he's going to wake up this morning. Maybe he's not up yet. To somebody who's already taken this bait. All the information is there. Already going to get ready to start the classes. Already received their welcome email. It's all set up automatically.
I mean, his job is to make more videos and market.
Yep.
That's his
Provide
job.
content.
His job isn't sitting in a classroom training one guy at a time, or going flying with one guy at a time,
No.
making $150 an hour.
No.
No, he's not doing any of that. He's making videos. His job is to be prolific with videos.
Yep. Provide content. Now, if you don't mind, I know we already went through the private, we went through the commercial, but I'm just curious what the other option was. Just maybe one more, just to see.
Yeah, sure.
The same way.
Let me click to the back here. One more.
Hey guys, I was off the call for a second, but on any of this stuff, have you seen a survey yet?
The first email you get from him is a survey,
Okay.
All right.
which You know, it's interesting. I'll bet you there's an email in my box right now from him. Okay, so we'll go to Instrument Pilot. That's the second level up. Okay, so you got articles here. Let's learn about how to enter Class D airspace. So he's showing you, and that's the other thing that's interesting is he's selling lessons. So first thing he's doing is showing you a lesson.
And what's the title of that video, Chuck?
This is how to enter Class D airspace.
Which is a great Google long tail keyword.
Yep.
All right. And what is he offering these guys?
Well, interesting. I'm not seeing anywhere where you go anywhere with this.
It's just an article.
Just an article. Ooh, there's a problem with this page. Oh, I'll bet he's not getting any conversions off of that.
It could just be a cold traffic thing. I mean, he might just actually, some people, they may not go for the straight opt-in. They might just actually put you on a retargeting list that we talked about earlier. Now you might, you know, there's probably a bucket for and it could just be an error.
You know, okay, so I just clicked on a different one. How to copy an IFR flight clearance.
Our members save $1,233 on average in their flight training.
Oh, well, who wouldn't want to become an online ground school member after hearing that? So that's going to take you to the same place probably where you give your...
Look below the call to action. That's the most important right there is the social proof.
People, and what are those dates? Is it dates on it?
Yeah.
With those comments?
I'm sorry, say again?
Oh, okay. I'm seeing like when did the people respond? Is that like 1 day ago?
8 hours ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, and then it cuts off from there, and so I guess it's all showing the most recent.
2 days ago.
And that could be all fake.
It could be.
Doesn't matter but it looks like someone's commenting now.
I think if you clicked on their names, it's not fake.
Well, I mean, but there's still ways you can make it look like it's recent.
Yeah.
That's also a Discus account. I personally don't use Discus. I personally use straight Facebook comments. Because I think there's a whole deal, because if you look at that, that's his Discus profile. I don't personally like it because if they don't, not everybody's on Discus. So if they don't if they're not on there, they have to sign up for that can comment. I use actual Facebook comment plugin because I use WordPress. And then we actually use the Facebook comments plugin for the comments section of WordPress. And that way, if you're already logged into Facebook, you can just make a comment and it actually punches it in there. And when they make a comment on the page, it also posts to their Facebook profile they made a comment, which also is like referral traffic.
That's amazing.
Yeah. See that? Man. And when you click on that, Chuck, become a member, what happens after that? That big button right there? Yeah.
Ooh, nothing. It's not clickable. Oh, man. Somebody's messing up over there at his school.
Well, it's not clickable, but at least we know he has two different options to get paid. One with the first one, he sends you the free book and he gets the address, phone number, and all that. And then the other one is join my Facebook group, or maybe Facebook group or membership group, whatever. And then he has the different options that you can choose from. So this is a real system right here. This is a guy that basically can go to bed and wake up and there's money in his account.
Yeah, let me get out of this screen sharing mode here.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you know what? Just interestingly enough, I got an email from Jason Shepard here.
Wow.
Okay, well, it's an email confirmation email, so I'll click on that to confirm it.
You want to make sure that your emails don't go to spam. His emails don't go to spam.
Yeah. So anyway, so I did that, and the next one I get from him, if he follows the same pattern as before when I signed up, the next one is a survey where he says, hey, Chuck, you know, I only want to send you stuff that you're interested in, so if you don't mind answering a couple questions,
Wow.
you know, I'll make sure I send you stuff, you know, only stuff that's interesting to you.
Got it. Bucket.
Yeah.
He wants to make
so
sure he's talking directly to you.
Yeah, he's got me in a general bucket right now of, okay, so you're interested in getting a private pilot's license. So that's a general bucket. And if I remember right, his survey was very short, but it was kind of focused on finding out where I am in the path. You know, have I taken lessons yet? You know, if I have, how far along am I? Because I think, you know, if I'm already in a flight school, his sales approach is going to be different because he wants to get me out of that and into his program.
Mm-hmm.
If I haven't chosen one yet, all he has to do is show me why his is great and sign up now.
Yep.
So the package will be completely different.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a person that is in business. It reminds me of the Founder movie with Ray Kroc.
Mm.
Like the average person of the McDonald brothers who are just making business for this local company. But he's the example of Ray Kroc, who comes in and say, look, guys, let's put this on a damn system. Let's sell this thing internationally. Let's not be, you know, married to this business, meaning like we're just going to set it up the right way, the right, you know, at one time franchise model, and we're going to go to bed at night and we're going to wake up with money in our account. We're not going to work so hard. We're going to work smart.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, and I know that he's got a whole team of people because he's hiring right now. I got an email from him, I don't know, about a week ago, that he's actually got some positions open.
Of course, because he already has the automatic thing, and he has revenue to pay those employees.
Yeah, so he's just building a business now.
And building the business is making it making a franchise, meaning creating a system.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I guarantee you, once he find out who you are, all those emails are already written.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got this all written out.
Yeah, and, you know, now that he's got this, I mean, there's so many other areas of aviation that he could expand into.
Yep.
You know, he could spend a lifetime just doing nothing but expanding into different areas of that industry.
Yep. Mm-hmm. This is exactly how Ryan could have 23 businesses and not be married to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, he could go out into, you know, like mechanics or, you know, how to drive the fuel truck or, you know, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
how to put the bags in the plane without messing them up. That would be nice.
Yeah. So it seems like you're playing, well, not seems, we're playing a franchise game. You should have your business set up like a franchise.
Yeah, because his thing is totally systemized.
Yep. What do you think about that part, Sean?
How to find your passion like that, set up that way?
No, I don't. But I actually I reached out to my my website guy, and I'm actually going through that now of trying to set it up this way because I think that's smart. It may take a little while to set it up, and you know you may have to tear your brain out a little bit, but once it's set up, it's set up.
And, you know, so I have a couple of questions, and maybe you, Sean, and Chuck, too, can answer it for me. The first thing is, how does somebody with just an idea get this started? So let's say I have an idea for something else, right? How do I get that started? That's the first question. And hold on, don't answer it yet. Because now, what does it cost a beginner to do?
Well,
I'd like to field that question because I'm in that process right now.
Mm.
I have an idea for a sales training course for photographers.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think there's a need for that. And I think there's kind of a hole in the market that can fill. So the first step, and this goes back to Russell Brunson's book, is to send out an email to everybody on my list, basically asking for their help, saying, look, I'm working on this course, and I really want to make it good. What's your number one problem with sales? So this goes out to all the photographers I know. In fact, I just sent it yesterday to my list of 800 some odd photographers that I know personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already gotten back a bunch, a lot of responses
Mm-hmm.
of their number one problem with sales. So using that information, I'm going to figure out the outline for the course itself.
Yep.
Because they're telling me what they need to know.
Mm-hmm. But I would want to go back to Yolanda's question. Like, if you had an idea for a business, and I would say you have to take the filling out of it. Is your idea actually what somebody's searching for? And there's ways you could do that. And I think that's what Ryan was talking about at the beginning of the book, of doing the Google searches.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that your idea is something that somebody needs, or maybe just not you. If that makes sense.
Russell Brunson gave a method for, okay, so like let's say I've got this idea, but I don't have a list. I don't even know if anybody wants it.
Mm-hmm.
So his strategy was to, do some boosted Facebook posts or some Facebook advertising, just asking that one question and offering that if you answer this one question after I get my course done, you can take the course for free. Which actually is the same offer that's being made in the emails. So there's...
What do you mean by that? The same offer that's being offered in the emails?
Well, it's in my email to these people. Hey, look, if you'll help me out and answer this question for me, if I get this course all done, I'll send you a link. You can take the course for free. And then the next thing is after those people use whatever it is that you're selling, you get testimonials from them. Then you've got a product, you've got people who have tested it, and you've got testimonials. Then you're ready to market.
Yep. I can see, and maybe this is just a challenge for us, to try to come up with the blueprint. Like in that guy's site, Chuck, to be honest, is a good example of when someone first comes to your website, what 3 categories can you put them in?
Yeah.
Are you buying a home right now? Do you want to sell a home right now? Is this your first home that you're ever get? So those could be 3 categories, and what they click on, you could have products or information to give that person. Maybe the first person is that maybe they need to set up a consultation with you or whoever your client. If they're selling a home, have you thought about this, and this? And you get here's a checklist that you need to worry about. And then maybe you ask them their phone number. When the phone number comes up, you reach out to them.
Yeah, because it's all about getting an appointment.
Yeah, that's all it's about. And that way, you're not cold calling somebody that is not even interested.
Yeah. Yeah, because nobody likes to do that.
No, let them put their information down, and they're looking for it, and it pops up on your phone.
Right.
You're like, oh, here's Joe Bob, and he's looking to sell his home. He just gave me his phone number. I'm going to call and get some more information. So can I meet with him?
That's right.
So it's making sense now. I'm just trying to find my 3 buckets. So the 3, I have to do a little brainstorm on there first to find out what are my 3 buckets.
Yeah.
But CJ, for you, if you had to guess this, what would be your 3 buckets? You still there? Yeah. Or somebody else want to take a stab at it? I know one of my buckets could be, are you looking to leave your job? Then maybe another bucket could be, are you in the wrong business? Or something like that. I don't know. I have to do a little brainstorming.
I think what pops in my mind for you would be, yeah, you know, do you hate your job? Are you an entrepreneur and you're kind of stuck? You know, you're busting your butt, but you're not making any money. Or the third one might be, all right, so you got your entrepreneur business up and running. You've been doing it a couple of years. Now it's time to go the next step.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Do you hate your job? Because everybody's not going to be an entrepreneur. That's just what it is. Yeah. Do you hate your job? What is the second one you said, Chuck?
If you're already an entrepreneur, but you're working hard but not getting anywhere.
Hate your business.
Yeah. And then next one would be that you do have a business, it's up and running, it's doing okay, but you really want to grow it.
Grow your business. Now I see something like that because I'm working behind the scenes with Google certifications and stuff like that. That last one could actually get people to take courses, marketing courses.
Yeah, because those three people have totally different needs, but you can help all three of them.
Yep.
Like we met a nurse yesterday. She was an RN, and
Yeah, she
was
hated
an
her
RN
job,
for 10 years,
and she became an entrepreneur.
Yeah, she was in management actually in an orthopedic step down unit. But she was an RN. She actually has her master's, and
Wow.
she just couldn't stand the politics, and she decided to open up her own business. So she's doing laser hair removal now, besides electrolysis, and also
Some kind of fat removal,
fat
melter thing that.
I didn't really understand.
So she's using her medical background
right.
as the proof that she knows what she's doing, much more so than these other folks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect example of somebody who, probably could have used your coaching because she hated her job.
Right. That just reminded me.
She was earning real good money. She had,
Yeah.
like she was in management. It's like, what are you complaining about? But she hated it.
She was probably earning $100,000 a year.
It was killing her.
Wow.
But
She told us yesterday in networking.
Working a lot of hours.
Yeah, she's working, 70, 80 hours a week.
She says it was killing her.
She hated it.
Perfect example. And to be honest, Robin Sharma was that same way. Robin Sharma freaking became a lawyer. And now he's a freaking motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hated it. She absolutely hated it. And
Yeah, in fact, I know one guy, he's a lawyer, but he runs an IT business. And he has an IT business that specializes in helping lawyers and law firms.
wow, that's true. I forgot about him.
So there is a niche.
He's got his lawyer, whatever certificate or whatever it is they get.
The lawyer degree.
And, but, he didn't want to be a lawyer.
Speaking of that, because we're on 604 now, so are we still on chapter 13? Because I'm going to listen to it now to see.
We're on page 2 of chapter 13.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it Monday, but I want to give you some but some news for next week. So I have a friend, actually she's in the same category. She's a longtime Sandy Krakowski member. She's actually went and saw her live and things like that. So she was working a 6-figure IT job. Mm-hmm. Now she literally has a marketing agency, and the only client she has, and I think I talked about her before, is lawyers. And now she's literally making $200,000, $300,000 a year with a crew of just a camera guy and her daughter every now and then. Just signed up for a private, like she doesn't even fly on Southwest now. She flies in a private jet, but she pays for the service now,
Nice.
kind of thing. Yeah, so it's crazy. So she's killing over there. So I told her, hey, could you come to speak to us? And she asked what day and what time. So she'll be here. I said maybe Tuesday.
Great.
Yeah. So a lot of the things that we're doing now, she kind of knows because she's kind of like an advanced level Sandy Krakowski student in marketing never. So, but yeah, so I just gave you that. So actually Monday I could take, I wouldn't say the remainder of chapter 13, but just a little bit more deeper.
Yeah, we need to, chapter 13 is going to take like a week.
Yeah. And
Abdul,
that's,
can you put her profile in the group like you did Scott?
yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can put it.
I actually sent Scott Loomley's information to someone, and they reached out to him, and he responded. I don't know the details though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can put it in there. Yeah, I can put it in the group after we get off. But no, so I literally have my 3 buckets on the board. So now, following that guy's model, all I have to do now is create some content to those 3 audiences and put that on the page and put a product or a group or whatever behind that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Abdul, how is your blogging stuff coming? Remember you said you reached out to Fiverr to get the articles done?
Yeah, I've already picked the person. I have to, and I asked the question. I have to go back and see what she responded as. But no, that's coming along because it just makes so much sense. You get 52 blogs made with the right titles, and it's done. You're not That's what I'm slowly learning now is you can't become a slave of your business. When you're a slave, when you're a person that is literally showing up like the McDonald's brothers, and you have one restaurant, and you're doing this, 70, 80 hours a week, you're at a disadvantage. You want to have 43,000 restaurants, and you're working 70 hours, maybe working, 20 hours a week. It's the franchise model. Set it up one way, the right way at the beginning, and just keep doing it over and over.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work setting it up, but if we can get over the hump with setting it up and learning all this stuff, then we can be set for a very long time.
So on Tuesday, Abdul, when that lady comes, do you mind if I invite one of our friends, Elisa? She she's under Sandy Krakowski right now. She's the one that doubled her business.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll ask her if she wants to come.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really
I think she'd really enjoy it.
Yeah. I think it'd be really good for her.
And she's someone that's done really well under Sandy Krakowski.
Yeah, she has.
Doubled her business.
Oh, and just to let you know, she's a Sandy Krakowski fan, so let's not badmouth Sandy Krakowski.
Absolutely not. No.
I know you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
she's cool. Because Pat has talked with her real openly about what Pat doesn't like about her, and she's cool with that.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, no, it didn't work for you. It works for me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I won't say anything about Sandy in our meeting on.
Abdul, can you send me a Zoom invite for me to forward to the couple I told you is joining on Monday?
Yeah.
I tried to figure it out and I couldn't. And I think it's just I'm tired at this moment, so I can't figure out nothing.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, and then they'll have the access code on it.
I appreciate it. Don't forget, okay?
Yeah, I won't. I'll send that after we get off. So I just want to ask, just as a last question, and so what do you guys feel about this information so far? Does it feel overwhelming? Does it feel?
Yes.
Who said yes?
I'm overwhelmed with the info, but I think I'm overwhelmed with the info because I don't have the bandwidth at the moment to sit down and try to figure it out. And then we're gonna jump to another book kind of thing.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm also hitting myself in the head like, this is so freaking simple.
Mm-hmm.
This dude got 52 blogs, put it up on a site. You know how you have your site, how to start a business with sheep?
Yeah.
Like I've been looking at sponsored pages on Facebook, and they got the craziest, stupidest, dumb names. Like it's just stuff you won't even think of. Like what? But it makes sense because that doesn't matter. And I spend time on a freaking how to create a link. What should I call it? I spent way too much time on that. So I'm done. I'm back on mute.
This is where I honestly think if a person is interested in an online business, this is where they should start. Create your model, plug everything in where it needs to be, set it up, and then just worry about providing content and paying for ads to drive traffic there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I'm going to hop off, guys. Good call. Today is Friday, so
We'll see you
Tomorrow,
tomorrow.
We meet
Yeah.
tomorrow, Abdul?
Yes.
yeah, let's keep that going till that's done.
All right, we'll keep moving forward on that.
Cool. All right, guys, well, take care.
All right.
Have a nice day.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a great
Have a
day.
good one, guys.
All right.